Big boy on the rails. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Old, Frail, and Decrepit. Today we're going to have a look at my Schilling's train. Now, haven't been able to find out a whole lot about Shilling, but I can tell you about this. This particular one was intended to run on battery power, 4D batteries. Now, this particular set didn't have the battery pack with it, but you can run it with a DC transformer. So that's what I've been doing. Now, what I wanted to do with this was I've done a little bit of research on Shilling, what little I could find about it. So I was just going to highlight this a little more than what I did on the last time I showed it on the video from the Omaha train show. So we're going to have a look at this, and at the end of the video we're also going to have a look at the Marx pedestrian bridge that I bought, because I finally got it out of the box and I put it together. So we'll have a look at that, see how it goes together, and see what it looks like when it's all done. So enjoy the video, and thanks for watching. So we're going to have a quick look at this again. Now, you'll see instead of a headlight, what they did was they just put in a cone-shaped metal insert to give the look of a lens. Of course, there's no movement on the side rods because they're just molded on wheels. And this has just a two-wheel drive DC motor, single pickup there. And then a really different coupling system. The coupling system here is a hook that's controlled with this little tab here. And that just goes right over the loop there. Now when I got this did not have there was supposed to be a little insert that would look like a coal load. Well, that was missing. So, took some foam and used the same process as I did for the coal loads in my coal hoppers. And doesn't look half bad. Now I had to cut out a little notch here for the mechanism, because it does have an uncoupling system where you just push down on this and that uncouples it. So that takes care of the engine and the tender. See, the tender's got the same type of simulated light lens in there. And then this set also comes with 2 matching passenger cars. I'll show you this one because this one isn't busted up like the other one was. Has that same loop on the back and the hook at the front and then the uncoupling system. Now, because this to me just looks a little bare with just the locomotive, tender, and 2 cars, I remember seeing one of these sets at a local train store. So I stopped in and I asked him, when I got there, I saw he had 2 sets. And I saw this one was kind of busted up. Well, I was only interested really in the cars. So I says, well, what will you let me have those for? Well, they didn't have the battery pack either. So he says, oh, just give me $10 for it. Now, these cars were in good shape. Now, I did see that there is a variation between the first set I bought and this. And that variation is in the coupler. You see, the one I just purchased has more of a rounded, and this is more of a square. Other than that, they are identical. So, pick that set up, and the tender was in the same condition as the first one. It had lost the little insert, so I made a coal load for it also, using that same process. It doesn't look too bad, and especially as it's going by at speed. This still has the little lens. Now the locomotive, on the other hand, was a mess. When I got this, it had the motor in it, but it wouldn't run. So I took it apart. I mean, it was pretty well busted, but I pulled the motor out of it, and it was missing the brushes. I thought, well, now that ain't gonna do no good, because where am I ever gonna find matching brushes for a Schilling train? So I threw that dead motor and chassis into the trash, and I did what I always do. I put a Marx motor in it. Now this is a motor. This is their, I don't know what they call it. I always call them kind of a micro motor. They have 2 drive wheels and a pickup. And these usually come in the smaller of the Marx diesels. Well, when I get those, I usually like to trade them out and put a full-size Marx motor in it. They have better pulling power. So it took me some trial and error, but I did get this to mount in there. As you can see, I ran a screw through there, and that basically holds the 2 halves of the body together. You can see the headlight housing is busted off, and half of this screw bracket where the screw is supposed to go through to hold it together is gone. The front one was completely broken off, and it was missing the coupler loop on the back. Well, whoever had it before me had made this out of a kind of a heavy metal, and it does work. And then I had to make some sort of a bracket because it needs, these micro motors need a front set of wheels. So I took some metal wire and made me a couple loops to hold the axle in place. And you're going to see in a few seconds here this running on the track. First, we're going to show a video of the other locomotive pulling all 4 of the cars, and then we're going to show both of the trains running. Now, the nice thing about having the Marx motor in this I can run it right with my regular AC transformer. I don't have to have any special setup like I do for the other one. So we're going to go ahead and run those right now. Here we've got the overhead footbridge by Marx that I picked up at the train show. And we're going to put it together. Now you can see the box isn't in great shape. They got this, it says light new. And it does look to be, I haven't even had it out of the box. So this would be a first for both of us. Ooh, that's good. Well, looks like there was plenty of the original packaging. So let's get this stuff out of the way. And let's see how this goes together. I've never done one of these. Okay, that's the steps on the one side. Another set of steps. And another set of steps. And that's nice looking. And here is the bridge itself. Now it looks to me like, okay. Tabs in there. And tabs in there. Now, should I be looking at instructions? Nah. We'll just follow the principle of measure once and cut twice. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to pull the table out a little bit. There we go. Well, there we are. All complete. Pennsylvania Railroad sticker. Let's see, it's got it on the other side. Yep, got it on the other side too. Now that is pretty cool.